Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our Diverse Discussions podcast, where this actually could be our final episode ever, at least in this studio. But we'll get into more of that later. But you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and all other audio and video streaming platforms. We're your hosts, Beast Daily, and
Daddy Lucifer. And first and foremost, we just both wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays,
everybody. You can see we got a little festive here. We got little designs and stuff. I don't know. I didn't think about how it's snowing indoors, but anyways.
Yeah, we actually have a roof on this studio. Yeah, that's actually why we're moving, because the roof is just gone.
Yeah, that blizzard kind of took the roof off. It's freezing right now. But
it really is. But yeah, this is our holiday episode, and like I said, we'll get into other stuff later. Yeah.
And today, our main topic that we're going to start off with is video games. That's just one of a few topics we have in mind that we wanted to start this off with today. Do you want to go first? Like, let's go ahead. What's your favorite video game? What's the first video game that comes to your mind?
Well, I'd say there's two video games for me that are pretty much at the very top of the list, and I've played them for years now. But it's really hard to choose between the best one. But I think it's going to be between either Ark Survival Evolved or Rocket League. I think those are two of my favorite games of all time. But what would you say?
I love both those games as well. I do have a number one. My number one is definitely Mortal Kombat. I've been the biggest fan of fighting games since I was young. Started with Tekken, actually. Tekken was the first fighting game I ever played. And I was like, what? You're telling me there's a video game with like blood and gore? That's a fighting game? I was like, I'm on it.
That fits you.
Yep. Yeah, so once where did Mortal Kombat come out? Mortal Kombat came out on, I think it was the Sega is what I had it on. I remember if it was a Sega or it was one of the something. But I started on the Sega, then I got the PlayStation 1. Then ever since then, I just been playing Mortal Kombat forever. I'm kind of a no life at it. 1v1 me. Yeah, I'm want to fight you.
Yeah. But you mentioned the PlayStation 1, man. I tell you what, there was some good games on that. My gosh, Rugrats, Search for Reptar.
Dude, no, it's all about that Toy Story game. I forgot what it was called, but it was a Toy Story game, and you played as Buzz Lightyear, and you could use the little lasers and everything. It was dope as hell.
I actually don't think I ever played that.
Are you kidding me, bro? Me and my sister, that was like the only time me and my sister got along is when we played that fucking video game.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think the only time you got along.
Listen, I'm the younger brother. She's older. She was like in her preteens when I was still a kid, and she didn't want to hang out with a little kid. I get it. I was annoying little brother.
Hang out with you now, but look at you.
Oh, now I'm old and I just don't give a fuck. she loves it about me.
But yeah, the PlayStation 1, man, that's actually a really good console. If we're talking about like our favorite games, what was your favorite console of all time?
Yeah, PlayStation 2 is definitely gonna have to be my favorite console. I mean, when the games came out, it was revolutionary. Like GTA 3, GTA like San Andreas, GTA Vice City.
Oh yeah,
like GTA really changed like the way games was like.
GTA San Andreas. I remember I'd go to one of my buddies' houses. I'd spend the night. We'd be playing GTA. Like my parents really didn't, want me to play it when I was younger like that. So I would be over there, and they didn't know. So I'd be playing it with him. And it was such a great game to play. And then I eventually ended up getting it for myself.
Dude, do you remember playing like the first GTA, like back on like PlayStation 1?
No,
it was just the overhead. It was just the overhead. You just see like a small little character, his arms going like this, and like it was like double little missions, just delivering like a stolen car somewhere.
Dang, yeah, no, I don't think I ever played that one.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was GTA for the longest. I just remember that like a faint memory of playing that game when I was really young. I didn't even know it was GTA.
Yeah. But I do like GTA though. Like that's a really good. All those GTAs have been really good.
Yeah, I really can't think of a bad GTA game. Honestly, all of them have been pretty good. All of them, all had good storylines and stuff. There's a reason it's one of the top games. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Other than GTA 5 been out for 20 years,
like 10 years.
Yeah. But yeah, between there 10 and 20, however long it's been, who knows? It's it's been on what 3 different console generations now. Like it's enough of it. It's time for GTA 6. Come on now. Get with the
Rockstar.
program. Let's get it. Let's get it going.
Nah, but I remember you saying you're not a big fan of fighting games like myself.
No, not really those type of fighting games. I've played a bunch of like boxing games and UFC, those type of fighting games. I know they're different. That's my type of fighting. I love doing those. Like Fight Night Champion, Fight Night 4, all those games, those fight nights and UFCs are just great.
You ever played Def Jam Fight for New York?
Yes. Yes.
That was a great game, bro. Oh yes. My god, dude.
And the Def Jam Rap Star, I used to rap on that. They had a lot of good songs on there, so that's I like a lot of music games too. I'd play Rock Band and
see. Actually, I like the Rock Band.
Did we talk about that? Was it the last podcast?
That's when you told me. Yeah, you told me about it. It had online multiplayer now. And I still haven't bought it. Oh my god, I got to do that.
Yeah, I played all of them. Rock Band 1, 2, 3, 4. Like all the rock bands, Guitar Heroes, DJ
I love
Hero.
Those games, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm more on the side of Just Dance. I fucking love Just Dance.
Wow!
Don't get mad because you can't dance.
First off, I used to have the little pad thing that you'd plug into your console. What was that? Dance Revolution or something like that?
Yeah,
and you'd dance on that. That's good. All right, Just Dance was whatever.
Listen, that's what you use when you have 2 left feet. Okay, you just tap on the button. No, you got to feel the movement, man. You got to really feel it and just dance.
No, I used to love playing with the little pad that you'd like dance on, man. Oh, that was. I actually remember I'd go to the this one campground down at the beach, and they had that like an arcade, and they had a big like dancing machine that you would go on, bro. And I remember going on to it, and I had like a crowd behind me, and I was like, oh my god, like this is very like nerve wracking.
Too much pressure. This is
too much pressure, but I did pretty good.
Social anxiety kicking in.
Oh yeah, it was to the max there. But and those you bring back some memories on those type of games. Now that's really that's something.
Man, now I can't stop thinking about like Def Jam Fight for New York. We were just talking about that, dude. I love that game. I would always use Redman. Redman was my main character in that game.
Hey, I don't remember actually who my main character would be, but I don't know. I just know I remember playing that in Rapstar.
I'm confused on why like you're not a big fan of fighting games. Like, because the way I look at it, the reason I'm a fan of them is like, you have to learn these new combos. You have to know how to time it perfectly and stuff like. It reminds me of Rocket League in a way because you have to know the controls, how to like flip, reset, everything like that. In Rocket League, you have to get good with the controls. And it's the same thing with Mortal Kombat.
Nah, it's different. Rocket League, it's more of a sports game. Like,
that's your problem right there. It's not a sports game.
Yeah, like sports games are like what I've grown up on. That's my main thing. Like Madden's, NFL 2K5. Boy, now that right there was the game. If 2K still had the license to release football,
you left out one game. You left out a game when you mentioned the fighting games. You said UFC and you said Fight Night and stuff like that. You're forgetting one. You know which one it is?
No, I don't. Actually, what is it?
SmackDown versus Raw 2009.
Oh my god! Yes, yes. I'm not. I haven't been the biggest like into wrestling in a while, but like those, bro.
All
Like
right, main wrestler
2007,
right
8,
now.
9. Kurt Angle. That was always my favorite. Wow, who's your favorite then?
Dude, my favorite's definitely gonna be Randy Orton. Randy Orton is the GOAT of wrestling.
Of course. Toxicity. You just love the toxicity.
Yep. Don't make me hit you with an RKO out of nowhere, bro. It's coming for
you. Wow. Yes, I actually used to play WWE on the PSP back in the day. I'm not sure which one it was, though. I'm not sure if it was 2007 or 2009. I don't know, but that used to be one of the ones I used to play all the time back on that.
Yeah, no, I actually never had a PSP. Like the only handheld like gaming device I had was like a Game Boy Advance. That was the only one I really had to take around with me.
I had one of those too.
Man, I will never forget those late night car rides. Oh, I still have mine somewhere in the house. But I will never forget those late night car rides that you just have to pray that you get like the little like street lights.
Yes. Wow.
Man.
Oh, that just hit a
just
memory.
Like family road trips and everything. I'm just like, come on, don't die. I'm trying to catch this Pokemon. Just
wow, that hit a memory, bro.
Yeah, memory unlocked.
Yes. The street lights and trying to like see it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, there's been a lot of good consoles. You know, actually, I never really said what my favorite console was.
Oh yeah,
I think about it. So yeah, I'd say my favorite console. Obviously I've played pretty much all of them.
A Nintendo Wii.
Oh man, that was a good one too, man. Dang. I used to be obsessed with that back in the day.
Like, sorry, but anyways, your favorite console.
Yeah. Man, now wow.
You know what?
No, I think
the
Wii. No, I think I'm gonna go with the most memories I had on one. And I would say that would be the Xbox 360. I think just all the memories of playing Halo, and Forza, and just all those games back in the day. The Call of Duties, the Modern Warfare 2 days were just crazy. Yeah. Black Ops, just all that, man. I don't know. I did love the older generation of like regular Xbox, PS2, PS1, all that. But I think Xbox 360 is my top.
That's definitely my top 3 for sure. Bro, yeah, no, the 360, man. Once Black Ops 1 was out, Black Ops 1 was my favorite Call of Duty of all times. And I just remember the endless nights of playing zombies all night long, dude.
Oh, yep.
It was just the best. Nights. Like there was no problem in the world. I was young. I wasn't working. Yep. The weekend came by. I mean, the friends hop on.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yep.
I remember just getting home and I'm like, all right, waiting for my buddy's dog get off. It's about 3:30. I'm like, I know when y'all get off. I know when you're about to get on. Like, let's go, guys. It's time to go dude. Play.
Oh man.
Yeah. So since we're talking about since we're talking about consoles and everything, I don't. Do you consider VR a console? What got you into VR and all that?
I consider it a console. I mean, it's consoles really. I mean, if we're considering VR a console, it's the same thing as like a Game Boy Advance or something. It's a portable gaming console you can take around with you, and
sure,
obviously, you take it somewhere with Wi-Fi so you can use it. But
yeah,
no, I mean, VR has definitely been one of my favorite purchases, like in a lifetime. Yeah. Like it's been super fun, and I know it's just. I remember when I first got it, it just felt so futuristic to me. It's like something I couldn't even think of. Like it was like, wait, what? Like you're in the game? Like what is this? Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Because I remember I used to the very first time I'd actually tried VR was the Samsung Gear VR. I think that's what it was. You put your phone into it and play it, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy, and this is like using a phone. And then all of a sudden, I ended up getting the Oculus Go, and that one just had one controller. And I was like, I mean, it's cool and all. And And then the next was the Quest 1, the very first Quest, and I was like, whoa, this is next level, bro. Like, you got 2 hands, you can like move around, do whatever. And then here it is, Quest 2. You can't wait for the Quest 3 too. That should be coming out soon. But VR is like something crazy. But do you have any like stories of what like really got you into VR?
I mean, what really got me into I remember like when I was younger or whatever, but when I didn't have it or I couldn't buy it or whatever, I remember watching PewDiePie use VR. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever. He would hop on VR chat and he would just like make me die of laughter. So I was like, I was like, I wonder. So I originally got the Samsung Gear VR because I thought you could get on VR chat and stuff and with it, and I found out you couldn't, so I was a little sad. But but I mean the Gear VR, the Samsung Gear VR was still really dope. I remember you ever used that app or the game or whatever? It was Face Your Fears.
That sounds familiar. I don't know if I think I had, but it might be one of the games where I just ended up getting or had, and I just never played it. I don't know.
No. I got it, and then there was one strictly for like the ocean. It was like deep sea diving.
Oof.
And for those who don't know, that is my only fear. I am terrified of the ocean. I refuse to go to the beach. Anytime I go to the beach, I just chill in the sand. I get a good tan. That's all I do. And my God, it was with my sister and my ex at the time. I got in, we were all just taking turns. My ex was like terrified of spiders, so I put her through like the arachnophobia face your fear thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm over here laughing maniacally, and then we found out about the ocean one, and then her like my sister and her just told me, do it. I'm like, hell no. That's like the only fear. Why would I do it? But they wanted to do it, but they wanted me to do it first so they can see it on TV when I live streamed or whatever. I was like, oh my God, fine. And I did it, and there's like a bunch of different animals you could choose from, and you could choose from like like dolphins or seals or sharks. So I'm looking through it, and then they're like, "Oh, do the shark one, do the shark." I'm like, "You really gonna start me off with the sharks, bro? I can't start off with some dolphins. Like I can't start off just swimming with some dolphins, bro. You gonna really throw me into the sharks?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, screw it." So then I put it in the shark one, and it puts you like in a tank. It puts you in the little shark tank. And I'm already panicking. I'm looking around like, oh my God, what the hell?
It actually sounds familiar. Maybe I have tried this.
Bro, if you were as scared as I was, you'd remember it.
I like the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of it.
Dude, I'm looking around, and I just see fishes and stuff, and I see the sharks swim by. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, bro, no. And then he disappeared. I'm like, where'd it go? And he just jump scared me, bit right at the tank. I threw my headset off. So quick. I think that's might have when I broke it. I don't know. I think I broke it eventually. The Samsung Gear VR, but that might have been when I broke it. Bro.
Wow. I wish I was there to see that. That would have been.
I wish I wasn't there at all.
Yeah, no, he is very afraid. Actually, I'll tell this story about when we played Ark Survival Evolved, and I actually carried him with a dino. Carried him with a flyer. If anybody doesn't know about what Ark Survival Evolved is, it's a dinosaur game, a survival game. You could tame dinos and stuff like that, whatever. But we were playing it together, and I picked him up and I hovered him above water, and he was
like, this is what happened. So like, I'm messing with him, with teasing each other back and forth, good friend stuff, and he picks me up with the bird. So the bird just has me on its big claw, just like dangling in the air. And remind you, there's megalodons and stuff in that water. So he's just holding me over the water, ready to drop me, and I'm just screaming at him. I'm like, bro, stop, this is not funny. Panicking. When I simply just looked away from the screen and put my controller down, but I was really immersed.
I was like, man, it's just a little water.
And call it a day. And then our buddy Jake is laughing and calling him an ass because he's doing that.
Yeah, that's some good times with that.
Oh my god!
But yeah, back into the VR stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I really have any like memories like that where I really got scared. I mean, I've had some like jump scares, but most of my memories really came when I started playing on the Quest 2. I mean, I had every headset. I even had the PlayStation VR, and it was annoying because it's the wires and all that. But
I heard it wasn't
wireless,
very good.
yeah, and it was okay. It was okay, but I liked it better than the Go that I had. But then when I got the Quest 1, I was like, okay, the Quest 1's better than the PlayStation VR, and then Quest 2 is way better in my opinion. So. But Quest 2, that's really where I started doing a lot, and see what we're doing now. This is on VR. This is, this is where we met, and this is where we've done a lot of things together. So, like I said, I can't wait for the Quest 3. But while we're speaking about VR, what do you think about meta booths and stuff like that, man?
Oh, I feel like that's been like a new thing. I feel like that's something that just like kind of came out not too long ago. Like
I feel like that's
when it was first like getting on VR and stuff like that. Yeah, people like that was nothing new. Honestly, like people long distance relationship all the time, whether if it was like video calls or like just messaging or whatever. But but VR really takes it to another level because like if you are a fan of like long distance relationships and stuff like that, like it's it's the closest you're gonna get to the real thing, and
until you meet up in person or whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like it helps people a lot. People who do long distance relationship, I feel like it makes it more comfortable for them. But
I agree
mean,
with that.
I don't know. Me personally, I kind of swore off of long distance relationships and stuff like that. I mean, kind of relationships in general, honestly. But
oh no, let's not get into a relationship podcast again.
That was go check our other podcast.
yeah,
go check our other episode of relationship and dating advice and opinions.
I mean, I don't know. I've kind of been toward that side, not the relationship side, but the more the long distance thing. I don't know yet. Yeah, somebody had to really try to prove to me that would work, but but yeah, no, VR definitely helps a lot with the long distance thing. But a lot of people now, it seems like with this metaboo, they kind of treat it where like they can have somebody in real life and then they can have somebody in VR that's a quote unquote metaboo, and they think that it's two different lives where they can have this and it is okay to their partner in real life. That's where you start getting into some shady waters.
That's cheating.
There.
That's cheating.
Yeah,
there's no way to sugarcoat it. That's cheating.
yeah,
like
and because I think it's okay. I don't know.
Some people like what? Some people be like, "Oh, it's not cheating. Like it's on VR online, or whatever." Okay, so when your partner texts like another person, is that not cheating? Because it's not in person. It's over phone and stuff.
Yep. And VR is like another level. Like,
well, people have this thing with it.
Touch.
Yeah. People over here saying like, oh, like I have this is me in VR, and there's nothing like I am in real life. I'm like, you're not using VR correctly then, in my opinion. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's supposed to you're supposed to talk and meet new people and stuff like that. And I mean, anybody who knows me in VR or whatever, this is exactly how I am in real life. Like real life, I'm exactly the same. We don't change nothing.
Yep.
The only difference is we have our like names that we go off of here. Like that's about it. Like our usernames and stuff.
Which is pretty much our brand that we go by. Obviously, that's what we have on everything. We do kind of keep some things
and everything.
Yeah, we do have some things that's personal, that we keep to ourselves and our brand, but we are the same person. We don't act like a different character. But that's That's what some people don't do. They are completely.
Which I mean,
different.
no shade to people who do that. Like, I mean, do you like it's your way of life and everything like that.
Yeah,
we're not gonna judge you. Yep. It's just not how we see it, not how we do it. I mean,
yep. Actually, VR is just another.
I am me. You accept me or not?
VR is just like an extension of this life, of a personal life, and an escape. It could be an escape sometimes from other personal issues too. But just not a whole nother life, a whole different life. That's not how I view it. But like he said, if people want to do it that way, then hey, do it. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Yeah. But do you have any favorite VR games? We're still on this topic of VR.
Honestly, if I'm choosing the favorite, it's probably gonna be that Blade and Sorcery game.
Really?
It's just, and we're talking games, and we're talking like apps and stuff too, like and like these like social apps that we use, like
okay. Well, yeah, split that up then. Yeah, split it up. Yeah. Game and social app. What's your favorite game and favorite social app? So
game would definitely probably be the Blade and Sorcery. I don't know, something about just like the first person, like fighting and the gore and everything like that. I promise I'm not a psychopath, but gore in the game is pretty fun. Like, I mean, I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat. Like, come on.
So what's your favorite social app?
It's a hard 50-50 between like Altspace and Horizon Worlds. Altspace is just, so many memories, so many people I've met, friendships I still hold dear. Obviously, you and me, we met here, we became such close friends and stuff. And then Horizon Worlds, I mean, it's still kind of newish. Like, it's still like, it hasn't been around that long. So, I mean, I really enjoy it, but I feel like, it still has more to offer.
Yeah, I agree with that. And with my favorite game, I'm gonna go a different route, obviously, because that's not really about me. But I've actually, there's a couple. I really like Beat Saber. I really love Golf Plus. I became really addicted to that. The mini golf game too. Oh my gosh, man! Those those two golf games, they're up there. But I think that my all-time favorite will be NFL Pro Era.
Really?
That game, just you being a quarterback and the way they have everything set up, and you can just go on there with friends and throw it around. Like, that game is up there, and I can.
Isn't that still like relatively new though?
Yeah, it came out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
August, somewhere around there, September. I think it's September.
It would probably make its way up there for me. One of my favorites with more time. Like, I feel like it.
Yeah,
it's still really simplistic. Like, it's just really just throwing the ball around and stuff like that. Some base plays and everything like that. But it has a lot of potential.
It's still a full-fledged game. I mean, it's got a season. You get awards and all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely got more than I thought it would. Actually,
listen, if we can't play a full game with you as the quarterback and me as the wide receiver, it's not it.
Okay, that's what I wish they'd have. If they had that, oh my god.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't even be doing this podcast. We'd be playing that right
we would be on that. Yeah, that would be top level. Like, oh my gosh. But this is the first time they came out with something like that, so they may in the future, or they may add an update for it.
Yeah, true.
So hopefully they do. But yeah, I definitely put that there, and then Beat Saber would probably be number 2 for me.
Yeah, no, definitely, I couldn't agree more.
And then social app would be the same as you. It's really hard to choose between Altspace and Horizon Worlds because Altspace, there's so many memories. It was way better before Horizon Worlds came out. There was more people. There was more parties, house parties that they had going on, more music. It was a lot better of a time. It was really during the COVID years.
Oh yeah,
when that's
the whole reason I got
happening.
The Quest 2.
Yeah. And during that time was really hype. Like everybody was on it.
Yeah, I remember literally when I first got COVID, I was out of work for the time you got to take to get rid of it, and I was like, man, I'm really bored. I was like,
yeah,
just being stuck in the house in quarantine. I was like, you know what? Let me get it. Like I remember I had the Gear VR, and I was like, that's a lot of fun. I was like, I got the cash. I was like, let me just buy the new one. Screw it. And then I got it, and it became a big part of my life. Just all the people I know, the things I do with friends and stuff like that on here. And I mean, back, I wasn't gonna get it if I didn't get sick. If I don't think I would have ever got it. I mean, maybe later on in the future, but
who knows
me
what the
being stuck in
timing
the
would have
house.
done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, going back on the topic actually about the social apps or whatever, we got to give some credit to VR chat. It's a fun app. It has a lot of games and mechanics and everything, runs pretty smooth and everything. It's just VR chat kind of goes back to what we were talking about, like people like having different lives and stuff like that. I feel like the other social apps like Altspace and Horizon and stuff like that, it's a lot more personal. It's a lot more, conversation wise. You get to know somebody a lot more than you do on VR chat.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think VR chat is good. But a lot of things that ruin it are the whole, PC aspect where there's a lot of PC players that are just doing the whole 2D thing and modders and hackers and all kinds of stuff across the board. But Horizon Worlds though is one of my favorites too. Though I don't know. I might put that one number one.
Really?
It's getting. If I'm not basing it off of memories, if I'm basing it off of how good it is, then I'm going to go with Horizon Worlds. Memories, I'm going to go with Altspace. How good it is, I'm going to go with Horizon Worlds.
Okay, I can agree with that.
But with us speaking about this is a good time to transition into Horizon Worlds, and we actually have an announcement.
Oh yeah,
this may be our final episode in this studio on Altspace. As a lot of you know, we started this on Altspace, and we are trying to work on something in Horizon Worlds, and we're gonna try to move over there by the new year. Whenever we start back into a new season for season 2, we're gonna most likely be on Horizon Worlds and see how that goes, and then if we enjoy that one a lot more, we may just keep it on there, or we might try out VR chat for season 3. We have a lot of plans for this podcast, and with going to Horizon Worlds, we actually know a lot more people on there and more guests that we can bring on. I feel like it may be easier to take this podcast to another level.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's going to be what we're going to do.
Or who knows? Like maybe in 2023 next year coming up. I mean, maybe another social app comes out that tops them all.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do the podcast there for season.
Yeah.
But we're definitely shooting to do season 2 for Horizon Worlds. We have some ideas that we want to do. And we hear about the building. We know a lot of good people there that do building and stuff like that. Can give us a hand for anything we might need. But I mean, we're looking forward to it. Me and him use Horizon Worlds pretty often. We hang out there a lot and stuff, and it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna do really well on that area.
Actually, use Horizon Worlds way more than Altspace now too. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And like I said, I feel like there's a lot more people that even play it on there too. So there's we have a lot more opportunities for guests, and like I said, this should take our podcast to another level, hopefully. And hopefully everybody's enjoyed what we've done so far. We've put in a lot of effort into obviously everything that we do, but we love doing these things for fun, and this podcast is one of them. So
yeah. And then like even guest wise, like you said, we know a lot more people there that we'd be able to bring on. But even if we meet like a stranger or something that wants to hop on it, like just the other night, me and him were on there, and this gentleman who does like videos and stuff like that on TikTok, who like interviews people and tries to spread information about cryptocurrency and stuff like that, just randomly walked up to us.
Yep.
And we had an interview on the spot, and me and him were just recently in that, and people, a lot more people do stuff like that on Horizon Worlds as well. And I mean, we even thought about like doing a music video there too for some of our music. We even thought about maybe putting together a music video on Horizon Worlds. Yeah, we might be able to get done. In 2023, maybe we can try that. Who knows?
Yeah, it's a transition since we did start on here. We started on Altspace doing the podcast about around the same time we really got into Horizon Worlds. So we wanted to at least have a decent amount of episodes on here before we did transition over there and just see how it was. So yeah, we'll move over to there and see where it takes us.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully, we can get a nice little studio set up and all our little personal things like we have here. I'm gonna miss this place.
Oh yeah, this place holds memories near and dear. Maybe sometime in the future we'll make a comeback episode just for the memories.
Yeah, I never know. We could just bring back a little comeback episode for it. But
I'm gonna like he's the sports stuff right away.
Oh Lord, trophies for Rocket League. Oh gosh. But like you said, anybody anybody, randomly that we meet, and things like that, even if you don't have VR, we're also wanting to do some podcasts where it's just an audio only version. And if you don't have a VR and you're watching this and you're like, I really want to join in on that conversation, hit us up on Instagram, Diverse Discussions Podcast, or it's Podcast Diverse on most of our social medias. But yeah, you can just hit us up on there and we'll set something up.
And speaking of changes and like changing the studio to another social app on Horizons, we experienced a lot of changes this year, and we've made a lot of like come ups and a lot of things we've started this year.
Yeah, we definitely have done a lot this year. I never really thought about it, but we started the music this year. We started the podcast this year. We've really went into doing a lot. We did our open verses. That was in the middle of January, and then we released one of our very first songs. We did that on Roll the Dice. That was in February. But we've done a lot this year, and also met some famous people like Hobson. But still flexing that.
Hey, do you guys eat the pizza crust or? Anyways, but no, I mean this year with the with the music and everything like that, it's like the first time like I was really like digging deep and actually like uploading TikTok. I had a TikTok and I just used it just to watch the videos and stuff, but I had some uploads. Like I had some of the basic, like lip syncing and stuff like that. But once we did that first open verse together, and we just had more, and we just started more, and like I started building more of a following personally on TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you've really started doing more into your TikTok too, because I've done my TikToks for a while now, and I've always told him, start posting more. Like you got some good stuff. So, I mean, I've transitioned a lot of my, meme videos that I would do that used to be on Altspace. I've actually transitioned that over to Horizon Worlds as well. So I've really enjoyed doing it more on there because they have a better recording set on there.
Yeah, and like I feel like you focus a lot more on your TikToks as I should focus on more too. But I also I feel like I focus more on like the live streaming and stuff like that than you, because I'm always trying to live stream like video games and stuff like that on Twitch.
Yeah,
and like when we play Madden or when we were playing what's it called? We were playing escape rooms on Minecraft.
Or that.
Rocket League too. Yeah, the Rocket League tournaments and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I tried doing that a lot too. I like live streaming the video games and stuff like that. And I just feel like it captures a lot of hilarious moments that, you know, we wish were recorded and like, oh wait a minute, it actually is this time, you know?
Yep. And yeah, I've done like live streaming here and there, but it's never been like one of my favorite things to do. I have been enjoying a lot of the live streams you've done, especially the back rooms and Minecraft. We've had a lot of crazy moments in that.
Some of my favorite moments.
Yeah. we really have a lot of things happen this year. You know, a lot of, I guess, well, for me with relationships or friendships and stuff, and I've grown as a person. And you have too. You know, we've both grown together as people, and you know, can't wait to see what next year brings.
Yeah, you definitely helped me keep my head on straight a lot of this year. A lot of times I would have lost my cool and flipped out and stuff, and you kept my lid on. You kept me chill and relax and helped me see the brighter way sometimes.
And you've done the same thing for me. You know, there's been a lot of times, you know, I've been stressed with school and, you know, other IRL things that's going on, but you know, which I've almost done with school, thankfully. One more semester. Let's go.
Almost there, brother. Home stretch.
Almost there. So, but yeah, it's really it's been an okay year.
Yeah, can't wait to see what the next one holds.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see, you know, what next year brings too, and hopefully we can continue doing our workouts together and doing stuff like that. You know, I know it's been cold, at least here, so it's not been
it's a little chilly down here too.
To work out around the same times because, you know, when you work first shift and I work second, so that's made it a little bit harder because in the evening, you know, on the days that I'm off, it's dark. You know, can't really go outside to go running or anything. So, but hopefully, you know, next year that we can, you know, start doing that more together and things like that. But
yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite things.
Yeah, that was really good. Listen to Spotify together.
Listen, we made a bomb playlist for working out, dude. We need to make that public for people. That's the bomb working out playlist.
It is. It is.
It has a little bit of everything. It's great.
A lot more Eminem than, you know, everybody else. But, you know, Eminem makes good music for working out.
He gives good motivational music. Not even just working out music, just motivational music.
That too, yeah. But, you know, speaking of next year, do you have any New Year's resolutions or goals for next year that you want to get done?
Yeah, actually, I got a couple. I definitely so I didn't mention earlier like stuff that we've done this year, the changes in this year, but I did stop smoking cigarettes this year. I don't know. Thank you. But yeah, that was kind of rough. It was pretty fucking rough, but you know, we got it down. I'm still vaping, still smoking nicotine, no tobacco or stuff like that, but you know, that's one thing I want to try and quit this year. I want to try and quit vaping in general, just inhaling nicotine in general. And I also want to slow down on drinking. I feel like I'm a bit of a party animal and I drink a lot. And I'm not going to say cut it off because I still kind of want to be somewhat of a social drinker with some friends. But I mean, just not drink as often as I do, I guess. But that's really my goal is that. And like, you know, like you said, we can continue, you know, working out together and stuff like that. I know we both still kind of do it our own personal time and stuff, but it was really fun, you know, having the music playing together, and you know, we both like message each other when we need to take a break or you know, like, hey, this is the final stretch. Let's kick it in high gear. Good luck, bro. Good luck.
Yep.
Is that good motivation you need? You know? Yeah, it was great. This is my favorite time. That final stretch, just that final straightaway when we play our traditional song that we run to. There was one song that we played that we have to put it on for our final sprint.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. I want to continue that some more.
Yeah, and that's really my only, I guess, resolution, if you want to put it that way, is just continue working out and continue doing that, and I guess finish school with a 4.0 GPA. Since, like I said earlier, I only got one more semester left, and I still have 4.0. So I want to hopefully finish that out.
What month? Like when around next year? Did you say you should be done? Did you say July? I can't remember if you said July.
May. Should be sometime in May.
Okay. Cool.
So, yep. We'll be ready for that to be over with. It's crazy to think how time flies. But then after that, we'll see what
time really has flown by. I feel like this year went by so quick. Like with everything that we were doing and stuff, I feel like it flew by.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and it just feels like I just started school. It's just wild to me. But I'm ready for it to be over, and we'll see. If I continue more on to getting more education into it, or obviously I'm gonna try to go into my career, that field that I want to go into. But we'll see where it takes it once I graduate. And yeah, maybe another thing for my New Year's resolution, I guess, is hopefully finding someone to settle down with, and I know that you're not really into relationships anymore.
Yeah,
but
that's more of a you resolution.
That's more of me. But deep down, he still might try. If you're out there, I still believe in relationships, so we'll see what happens. I do kind of want to wait till I'm done with school so I can give more of my time to somebody. But once that's done, ladies, hit me up.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I'm a great guy.
The best.
He's a great guy too. Don't let him fool you.
No, I'm not.
I'm not going to debate it. So
yeah, I'm horrible.
I said he's not. He's a good guy. He's a little teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just good. I don't know. It's a lot for me to want to get into that again. I ain't trying to go into the topic on why, but again, check our other podcast that we talked about relationships.
Yeah, you would see actually there that I'm the one that's still wanting that, and then he's that's where the whole pessimistic, optimistic thing comes into play with this podcast. That's usually what we are. So
yeah, it's facts.
But we'll see. I guess that would be my only resolutions.
We can't forget something coming up. Not a resolution or anything like that, but just next year. What next year coming up? January 8th. Yours truly. My birthday.
The worst day ever.
A lot of people will probably agree with that. It's a long line of people that probably be like, yeah, I agree. It is the worst day ever.
Well, I mean,
hey man, if you're right, you're right.
But I mean, I got another buddy out there. He's probably watching this. James, that'll be your birthday as well. Y'all both got the same birthday. So
really?
Yeah, he's the one I told you about. That lives down there with you too, near you. His birthday is January 8th as well. Yep.
Wow, I didn't even know that actually.
Yep.
Happy early birthday, twin. Oh.
Yep. So I know you're probably watching that, so I just wanted to point that out too. That y'all, I didn't forget. All right, did not forget.
He forgot it was mine, but not yours, James.
Well,
I'm sorry. Are you on a podcast with him? No. I'm sorry. Oof. Let me. My bad, James. I mean to take that out on you.
We can bring you on if you want. You can replace him. He can just. But yeah, no,
right.
It's cool. Don't let him pull. This is a daily thing, so this is just
a beast daily thing. Anyways,
yeah, whatever, guys. Anyways, yeah. So that's pretty much our goals for next year. And another thing too, we want to put more into our music.
Yeah,
we started it back in pretty much January, February. So we'll be coming up on a year on that. We're really, still working on our craft, still trying to get better at what we do and still enjoy it and do it for fun. And, solo by myself, we're going to put out some more solo tracks and some tracks together.
Oh yeah, we're definitely working on a lot more tracks together. A lot more different types of music too. A lot more different types of like storytelling, rap, party, all kinds of music we want to try and do. Yeah, I'm also gonna shoot for this year or next year to try and do my first Spanish track, my first Spanish song that I want to try and do.
I can't wait
together.
for that one. Can't wait.
I can't wait for you to not understand a word.
I know I'm not gonna understand a word, but I'm gonna have you translate it to me while it plays every single time.
Yep. So. That's definitely the goals.
Yeah, and we actually, by the time this is released, we're gonna have we should have a song coming out soon. Sometimes we're not really good with dates when we're on this when we say soon, but this should be soon.
Yeah.
Actually, since the last podcast, we did have one song release called "I Love It." It's on Beast Daily on Spotify, and that was a really good one to work on, and one of my personal favorites. Something I didn't mention actually since our last podcast. I'm pretty sure that came out after. So, yeah. Hopefully, the next one comes out soon.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely agree. It's probably one of my favorites. I like the progression you can see with us. Like I like how you can see we get more comfortable. We're getting better with our craft and everything like that. And it's almost like every song just gets better because we learn a thing or two. We learn something we messed up on or something we could have done better, and we're just only, getting better. And that's one thing I really like about it. That last track we did, I feel like we really worked well on it, and it's a good song. I listen to it almost every day.
I love it, man. I love it.
I love it.
I love it. Man, yeah, well, yeah, we'll be coming up on a year anniversary of making music together and 2 years of knowing each other. So,
yeah,
we're really,
man, time flies.
Time's flying. Worst 2 years of my life, I'll tell you.
Yes, I'm glad you said it. Oh man, sometimes I regret buying this fucking VR.
Wow.
No, I definitely look forward to what the future holds with, our music, our podcasts, our TikToks, our live streaming, friends we make, things we do, ways we act, way we grow.
YouTube. Man,
Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, yep.
Twitter. Tinder. I mean, what?
Listen. If he said he's not for relationships anymore and he's still on Tinder, I'm just, I know
hit me up on Tinder. I'm a great guy,
All right. Don't know how this just. Yeah, he's great. I told you he's a great guy.
I told you guys.
Listen. Deep down, he's still looking. All right, don't let him play you. Be like, oh, hey, if the right woman comes around.
No, I'm not.
Like a kid, bro.
Just pouting. No.
Hey, look, right one comes around. Hey, he's here. It'll treat you good. Maybe.
Yeah. You know.
Well, I hope everybody has enjoyed our holiday special of Diverse Discussions podcast. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and all other audio and video streaming platforms if you want to watch any of our other episodes. But we hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Yep. Happy New Year's.
Yep. And we'll see you guys next time.
See you next year.
Yep. All right. I think that's...
Fuck you.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Can't go an episode without you. You guys see what I got to deal with?
It was just I think that was good. Fuck you.
This is what happens when the cameras are off. I hope y'all see this. This is going in the bloopers. This is what I got to deal with. This right here. He's not the guy that he makes himself out to be in the episode. You see this? This is him. You just find everything you can find. Listen here. Listen here. Get on my face.
Oh my God. It's been a good year, brother.
It has. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm gonna miss it.
I'm not.
Wow. You do it first, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. All in a day's work, buddy.
Yes, sir. A good final episode. Were you sniffing it? There's something in it? Do we need to speak to the bartender that gave this to us? Because
see how fucking cold it is? My drink's frozen.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad we're moving. I'm glad we're moving. I'm getting a roof.
Too, man. I'm tired of this not being here, man. Like, gosh, all we did was try to raise the roof.
Yeah, this is our final podcast in general. Yeah, PlayStation 2 is probably going to be my favorite console. I mean, the games that they had on there was like revolutionary, dude. Like when they had, what was it, GTA 3, GTA San Andreas. Like once GTA started picking up, then everything started picking up. I was 20. What's up, buddy?
What are you doing? Get in your chair.
Look at me.
Time to start the podcast.
Me. Sorry, that was out of line. I'm just scooch behind you.
Look at me, I'm getting Lucifer. I don't have keyboard.
Oh God, this feels weird sitting on this side.